I had the original PS1. I had the PS2, the PS3, the PS4. I still have my PS2 and PS3. I used to have a PSP. Fun little system. I had a Sega Game Gear back in the day. That's how far I go back. I had the original Nintendo. I had Intellivision when I was a kid. I had Sega Genesis. So yeah, my gaming goes back a ways because I'm not a Gen X guy. Right? Original Nintendo, used to play Duck Hunt all the time and Super Mario. Played a lot of those games. And then on the television, I used to play a lot of baseball and fucking Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if anybody remembers that game. By today's standards, it would just look like crap. I had so much fun playing that though. Because the dungeons were all random, which was kind of cool. And it was a neat game for the time, I guess. It's like Astro Smash. That was another one. I forget what system that was on. Yeah. I think we want to cross here. We need to get over there. But yeah. But I remember when I was first buying the PlayStation, I was looking at the Sega Saturn, which I ended up getting one of those later. So you know my decision, I guess. But I was looking at the PlayStation, I was looking at the Saturn. At the time I was big on Mortal Kombat, and Saturn had a really good version of Mortal Kombat 2, and I almost bought it just for that game because I loved that one. But then I saw the Mortal Kombat trilogy for PlayStation. I was like, well, that was kind of intriguing me. So then I ended up going with the PlayStation, because also the PlayStation at the time was $100 cheaper. Like the Saturn was $509, and the PlayStation at the time I got it was $410. That's Canadian. So I ended up going with the PlayStation. I saved $100, which I used to buy the Mortal Kombat trilogy game. And then I still had a couple bucks left over. I got an extra controller with that. One of those old Mad Catz things. God, that thing was a piece of crap. But it was $20. And that was my forte into PlayStation. And then of course I got like the Mythologies games like Sub-Zero, and the Jax one I didn't like as much. I got Mortal Kombat 3 for PS1, and that was fun. I got into the SmackDown games, and then I modded my PlayStation with a chip because there was this game called Thrill Kill that I wanted to play. And the only way you could play it was if you had a chipped PlayStation, because it wasn't an official game. It was a game that got made and then canceled. So, but then that kind of ended up fucking my system up. So, in hindsight, not the best idea. And it wasn't even that great of a game. It was okay. It had some cool kill stuff, but I mean, Mortal Kombat fatalities nowadays are more violent than anything that game had in it. So, well, we have a lot of red lights and no cars. Oh, there's one. I guess I'll have to wait then. I think that's mine. These lights get confusing sometimes. I didn't hear anybody yelling out the window at me, so I guess I was right. Why the fuck they put these things here? I see bikes out here all the time. Apparently they're... Oh, that's a motorbike though. Yeah, I don't see no bikes. Weird. Just a no motorbikes. Because I had a picture of a motorbike on it, which that makes sense, I guess. Maybe they're for the motorbikes. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, once I got the PlayStation 1, I had Need for Speed. I ended up getting that game. I wound up loving that system. Like, they used to give me these demos. Oh, there's a rabbit right here. Check that out. Hopefully you saw it. But I got into the wrestling, and then I got the PS2, and I honestly think the PlayStation 2 era of gaming was the absolute best. Like, there was no microtransactions, no bullshit, no online sign-in, don't have to make an account. You just go down to a fucking store and buy a game, take it home and play it. That was it. It was such a great time for gaming, and they had a lot of good games too. Like,
wait.
And even when the PlayStation 3 came out, like they were still making PS2 games for like half the life of the PS3. Which I ended up getting that too. When I got the PlayStation 3, I got a pack that came with Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec and played the shit out of that game. Loved those Gran Turismo games. They were fun. And I had like all the Mortal Kombat games on it and stuff too. So, it's some good ones. I was way into the wrestling games then. Played so much like SmackDown vs. Raw like 2006. Here Comes the Pain, Shut the Mouth. Oh, there's so many good ones. Except for Just Bring It. That one kind of sucked. That game was like a big letdown. But man, Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain, those two were, I think, were probably the best wrestlers ever made. I like those even more than the N64 games. And those were some good games. I got an N64 too. It's in a box somewhere. I got those old wrestling games for it. But I don't really need it because I got an N64 controller that plugs into my PC and I have an emulator, so I can just play them on there. I mean, I could probably dig out the old N64 and hook it up. Might need some kind of special adapter for a modern TV though, I don't know. I don't have a monitor, I don't even have a modern actual TV. I used to buy TVs and then I kind of just like, what am I getting a TV for? I'll just get a monitor. I think they're better. I watch everything on the monitor. Like my computer is my main entertainment. I don't actually have cable. I just pay for internet, that's it. It's as expensive as cable used to be. We're good. Coming up on the lake here. Yeah, so I was a huge fan of like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And then by the time PlayStation 4 came around, I was kind of more of a PC gamer by that point. So my PlayStation 4 wound up collecting dust, and then my daughter's PlayStation 4 died, so I just gave her mine. Because I wasn't using it anyway. And then PlayStation 5, I just didn't give a shit. And then I see about PlayStation 6, they want to eliminate discs. That's like yeah, way to alienate everybody. Like, who's going to buy a PlayStation 6 now? If you're going digital only, just go for PC. It's a much better experience. You can mod. I mean, I've had games where I've had them for PlayStation and I've had them for PC. And the PC version is always better. Always. You'll get a better frame rate, you get mods, you get just, everything's just better. Oh, another rabbit. He's running beside us for a little while there. I hope the camera got that. Might not have, I don't know. Okay. I could have went down that. Oh well. Holy cow. Look at this. I'm going to show you this here. Look at all these like geese and shit. Just a whole fuckload of them here on little sandy beach. And geese and some ducks. Just chilling. There's something positive, I guess. But I think like console gaming at this point, it really should just be put to bed. I mean, there's not really much reason to own a console anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I mean. And before you jump up and say, what about exclusives? Well, just don't have any exclusives anymore. Just put your games on PC. You know? That's the future of gaming, is PC. Consoles, I don't expect there to even be a PlayStation 7. Quite frankly, I'm surprised there's a PlayStation 6. I mean, really, they should just get rid of the consoles.